Okay, having a look at question 19 from the Tech Active Maths Methods paper from 2024. Now for a question 19, last question on the paper, Tech Active paper, I was expecting it to be a little bit more difficult than it actually was. Now I first attempted this question and I totally disregarded this rule up here altogether, didn't use it, just went with z-scores, had a look at the marking scheme and went, okay, that's why they've given us that rule. I probably should have used it. So using that rule, I can put that into my calculator and I can put in those values that I know. So we've got parameters are of mean and standard deviation, and the speeds of the scooters in a particular section of the bike path are approximately normally distributed with a mean of 18 kilometers per hour. The other piece of information that we're using is this P of 10 is 0.0135. So that's going to come in up here, 0.0135 is going to equal, and then I'm going to put into my calculator, I don't have the standard deviation, that's what I'm trying to work out. So I'm going to put an x there, and that's times 2 pi e to the negative half outside of. Now our x value here is what they're writing at, and that's the 10 minus, and our mean is 18, and we're over the standard deviation, which I'm using the x for, putting it in my calculator, squared. I'm going to put that into my calculator and then find out so I'm going to put that as my y equals, and I'm going to put this one as my other function and see where they cross, and see where that intersection are. And the intersection ends up being at x equals 28 or x equals 4. Now, taking that into consideration that the speed limit is 23, we've got a mean of 18. 18 take away 28 is going to get into the negative, and we can't have negative kilometer speeds traveled. So we're going to use the x equals 4. So our standard deviation is equal to 4. Once we've got that, we can then use our calculator to work out that part of the question that they want us to know about. So if we've got the speed limit is 23, we want to know what percentage we would have going over 23. So we can use our normal CDF, and we can put in there our lower is the 23, our upper, I just put 100 because I just wanted to go for a really big number. My mean I know is 18. My standard deviation I have now worked out as 4, and so I can work out what percentage of riders that's going to be. And so that's going to be 10.5% of riders. Now, if 10.5% of riders are going over the speed limit, and everyone gets a fine if they're over the speed limit and they get $143, out of 75 riders, that would be 7.92 getting speeding fines, and multiplying that by 143, we get 1133 riders. Oh, sorry, not 1133 riders, $1133. We're then comparing that to $1,500. So 1113 is less than 1,500, so that is not a reasonable statement to make based on that. So that question ended up not being too difficult in the end, just the interpretation of what you are trying to find out and which parts you need to put together.